Thank you, Bill. And congratulations to my fellow inductees tonight. It really is an honor to share the stage with each of you. I am so grateful for the people in this room. I'll never forget when this all started. My dad was reading the newspaper, and he looked up and said, "Hey, they're starting a soccer league in town. You should play." I did. I signed up with my best friend that day, and I've really never looked back. 7 years later, we were the first two All-State players ever from our high school. 2 years after that, we were representing Brandeis in the NCAA Division III Final Four in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. I owe an incredible debt of gratitude to the founders of that league, Bill Petrie, Jimmy White, Fritz Maurer, and Pat McGuigan. Without their efforts, I'm not standing here. And they remain part of my motivation for coaching to this day. My dad was a feisty little Irish left winger for the Vasco da Gama in Bridgeport in the 1940s. He shared his love of the game with me, and I'm grateful that I was able to share it with my kids. It has been incredible watching my daughter Hannah fall in love with the same game that I did. After playing youth soccer, she managed our teams at Talent High School and then went to UConn to get a degree in sport management and worked for Coach Reed for 4 years. So you know she's tough. She had incredible experiences at UConn, with NYCFC, Red Bull, National Women's Soccer League, and even US Soccer. Hannah, you've always been my favorite person to watch a soccer match with, and I can't wait till we go to the next one. My son Tommy was a little more of a player growing up at the Talent Soccer Club and at Northeast United. I have one really vivid memory of a Glastonbury Hartwell spring tournament where Tom Dennis and Eric Waller asked him to play up with the older kids because they were short players that weekend. You've never seen such a joyful 11-year-old striker playing outside back. He didn't care where he was on the field. He just wanted to prove to the older kids that they could trust him. And I'm sorry, John Blomstram, but I'll never forget the goal he scored against Theo Smith. In double overtime, his senior year, from 45 yards out with his left foot completely against the run of play to win the division and give us a top 4 seed in the state tournament. Of course, my favorite memory with Tommy on the soccer field was winning the 2015 state championship in his last game as a high school senior and my last game as a high school coach. Thanks to Michael Coven, I played soccer at Brandeis for 4 years, 4 NCAA tournament appearances and 2 Final Fours. And the individual accolades and the team accomplishments were great. But the most important thing is my Brandeis teammates sitting in the back of the room are my closest friends on the planet. I'm a proud member of the Brandeis soccer family. And I love coaching high school soccer. And I understand for many, it's all about club soccer. But high school soccer coaches have a critical role. I know that my focus was to get my players to love and trust one another and to build a sense of community. Because if you do that, you can put competitive teams on the field while giving them the skills and relationships to deal with life's inevitable challenges. We came to know the need for that foundation far too soon. As some of you know, my son Tommy was killed in an automobile accident about 3 years ago, just after his 21st birthday. As I saw his teammates coming through the wake and the funeral, I saw the impact of the work we did. They were better able to deal with their grief because they were able to do it together, as a team, as a family. We still get together with the boys. There's a table of them sitting in the back. We laugh and we cry and we reminisce and we make fun of Tommy because that's how he'd have it, to be honest. And in that way, it's really helped our grieving process too. And you know, the truth is the love from the soccer community continues. I was in this very room last night when, thanks to Josh Krasuski and CJSA, they handed out the Tommy Leahy Memorial Top Soccer Buddy of the Year Award. was won by Josh Reed of Tolland and Amy Berger-Gavallo of Ridgefield. And it is an incredible honor to have Tommy's memory associated with such a fabulous program as the Top Soccer program. You know, I'm lucky to have family and friends, teammates, players here tonight. But as I look around this room, I remember what it is I love about the beautiful game. And it is the relationships that it creates and nurtures and builds over time. You know, this sport is incredible and it's been the single greatest constant in my life since I was 10 years old. And I am grateful for all of you. So thank you. You know, I don't have time to mention all of the people that I would love to thank, but the one in particular who's not here tonight, recently retired Coach Ray Reed from UConn. He's done incredible things for soccer in Connecticut and even more for my family. And so I just publicly wanted to say thank you. I'm still trying to get my arms around being recognized for contributions to a sport that has given me more than I could ever possibly give today. That kind of conversation with my dad was 50 years ago this coming August. So I'd just like to finish by saying, thank you, Dad, for starting me on the ride of my life. And thank you to the Connecticut Soccer Hall of Fame for this incredible honor.